Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. So this week we're gonna go over some video game related things. We've got a PS4 game that we retrieved to upgrade to a newer version, and we also have a movie that is a 3D Blu-ray that I did not know existed, and it is on a video game based movie. And then we have a gift from our good friend Tyler over at EA Games. So why don't you guys stick around and check out what we got this week. It's some pretty cool stuff. Hello everyone, my name is Jeff and welcome back to my channel, JOHNDOEJUGGALO. If this is your first time here, please consider hitting that subscribe button. Like my daughter says, it's free and you can always change your mind later. If this is not your first time here, welcome back. This is where you're going to find me discussing my favorite things about movies and music, video games, and the physical medias that surround all of those types of mediums. So please sit back and relax and check out this next video. Alright, so the first one that we have here today is one that I believe I have owned on disc before, but I believe I may have traded it in towards another item at one point, because they did give it out for free on PlayStation Plus as like an early incentive for buying a PlayStation 5, but it will not upgrade to the new PlayStation 5 version. It is a PlayStation 4 game. I was going to wait and just get the PlayStation 5 version of said game, but I've heard that it's not coming. And what am I talking about? I'm talking about Days Gone. I went and visited a friend store of mine out of town called Double Up Games in LJ, Georgia. I do suggest, if you guys are in the area, to please go check his store out. He sells video games, movies, Warhammer figures, the works. I mean, he does pretty much, if you're a hobbyist, you can find something in his store. Good price. This is the best price I've seen for this game in a while. When they announced it was getting a PlayStation 5 version, this game went up to about $40 pre-owned at GameStop, and most other stores kind of fell in line with that. And that's because the PlayStation 5 version of the game will cost $50. But there is no PlayStation 5 disc coming out. They will not be pressing the PlayStation 5 remastered version of this game to a disc. The only way to still own this physically is to have the PS4 disc and to upgrade it to the PlayStation 5. So I bought the game and I already have my $10 PlayStation card in here ready to go. I will be ready to play the PS5 version of this game. I never really played much of it on the PlayStation 4. I played an hour or two of it, checked it out, thought it was really neat, and just never went back to it. So I'm kind of excited to basically play it as a first time play on the PlayStation 5. Now, speaking of PlayStation games, there is a PlayStation franchise that I really enjoy, and one that they made a feature-length animated film of. I took my oldest son to see this when it was like a new release movie in the theater, but we didn't get a 3D version, at least not locally to me, and I didn't know that this had a 3D Blu-ray. And so I found this on eBay for about $15 and decided I wanted to jump on it. Now, you guys might hear in here, it's kind of rattling around. I think we're going to open this right here on camera today and make sure that it's not damaged. Um, I didn't know this existed because I was not a foreign region free like user. You know, I wasn't a region free collector, and this is a region B Blu-ray disc. So I didn't know. But we have Ratchet and Clank in 3D. I had so much fun with this film with my oldest when we went and seen it in the theater. Very excited to check it out with my two youngest ones now. Maybe my oldest one would want to hang out and watch it still with me in 3D. I'm not sure. But we're going to open this up right now just to make sure that this thing is solid. We don't want to have a bad disc, right? And most of the time with Blu-ray discs, they're fine to be loose in there. They can even take a small scratch. It looks fine. It's got some degassing on the disc that I'll have to wipe away. But no scratches. Just a little bit of degaussing from the case. And it said 2D, or it said 3D Blu-ray and Blu-ray. So I thought it'd be two discs, but it's just a single Ratchet and Clank 3D Region B Blu-ray disc. I am super excited to have this, and it does seem like most of my Region B discs are going to end up being probably 3D Blu-rays, because so far that's what I've been getting for my Region Free player is Region B 3D Blu-rays. You guys know I love my 3D Blu-rays and my 3D content, so I'm gonna try to jump on it when I can. This is a really nice case too. It's a little different. I've never heard of this company, Key Films, and it looks like the subtitles are in Italian, and then the audio is in Italian and English. So this does have English audio. And I heard the 3D depth was really good in this. I'm hoping that it has some pop out, because there were a lot of moments in this movie that I thought would have really good pop out, you know. And I can't really read anything else on the back of this because it's all in Italian. So yes, this is the Italian Blu-ray import. Like I said, very excited to own this. I don't know if I should put it on my 3D Blu-ray shelf or if I should put it in my Region B Blu-ray shelf. So you guys let me know, because so far all I have is Ratatouille and then some Sean Connery movie. And that's pretty much all I have on Region B so far. That's not inside of a 4K case on the 4K shelf or within its studio, if it's like a studio movie, like an Arrow or something, you know. So you guys kind of let me know. I'm thinking about just throwing it onto the Region B shelf with my Sean Connery movie. I leave Ratatouille with my Disney 3Ds, so to say it gets a little convoluted on where I put it out on the shelf. It always gets a little confusing to me as to trying to figure out and decide where I'm kind of putting things out on the shelf now that I'm trying to, you know, do boutiques in certain places and still formats in certain places and things like that. So now this next one, guys, this came in our P.O. box from our good friend Tyler over at EA Games, which for some of you that may not know, that's Electronic Arts. And they make a lot of our sports games nowadays, like the Madden and the college football. And I believe they may even, they did have FIFA. Now they have FC, I think is what it's called. And they have some boxing and the UFC games, things like that. This is not one of those. I'm not really into sports games. This is another one of their new releases that I've been very excited to check out. It's a new release game. Like, it just came out at like the beginning of March, and I'm filming this, you know, mid-April. So it's only been out about a month. And I got even more excited for this when they announced it for the Switch 2. But we ended up getting Split Fiction for the PS5. And I would really like to thank my friend Tyler over at EA for providing this for me. I am wanting to play this with my wife. I think it'll be a lot of fun. And if I don't end up getting to play it with her, they do have friend passes. So I may be able to get a friend to just download the friend pass. Because the thing that's neat about this game is that it must be played in split screen. It's made by the same people that made the game It Takes Two. And they also did the game A Way Out. And both of those games require you to play it with someone else as well. It's made by the studio Hazelight. They're an independent company that EA basically produces the game for at that point. And their big thing at Hazelight is they want to keep couch co-op alive. They want a game for you and your buddy to play. And then they also give away the friend pass for free in the store, where you can go as somebody that doesn't own the game and download the pass. So that way you can play the whole game as long as someone has the authentic case and version of the game. Now this is really cool because I've never got this. This is really cool, guys. So this is how I know it's like straight from the store. It says here, a product purchased from, and then right there, the EA experience. It says reselling this game is strictly prohibited. I do not plan on selling this. I plan on, like I said, opening it up, playing it, and then putting it on the shelf. And I'm really hoping that it's... I have a feeling it's going to be great. I mean, the metric scores, I mean, look at this. I mean, they're amazing. It's like a highly rated game. It's probably the most highly rated game amongst audiences this year. So I'm pretty excited to get to finally check it out. I didn't get to play A Way Out or It Takes Two, but I've wanted to play both of them. So getting to finally jump in on the newest experience is just really awesome. And if I really like this, this might be one of my launch Switch 2 games. If I'm ever so lucky to get my hands on a Switch 2, this may be the launch game I want to get for it, if it's one that I absolutely just fall in love with and enjoy. And just look at this. You guys know I love my spines. Why do I love my spines? Because that's what we're looking at 90% of the time that they're on our shelves. And just look at this. Look how colorful that is. It will stick out on the shelf for sure. It does say that network players, you know, you need PlayStation Plus to play it. And this is probably, I do believe this is my first game that has this moniker. It says it's PlayStation 5 Pro Enhanced. So I also have my first PlayStation 5 Pro Enhanced game. I do not have the console. I probably actually have other games that are PS5 Pro Enhanced because they got patches and upgrades and whatever. But this is, I think, the first game I have in the collection that actually has it noted on the case. So that's pretty cool. Like I said, I don't have a PS5 Pro, so I can't utilize it. But it's cool that I have one that has that moniker. So it's like in space and time, the PS5 Pro always exists now. Like I said, and it even says right here on the front of the case, 2-player co-op only. So this is a game you must experience with a friend. And that's something that I love about, like, you know, art and physical media, but like just art in general. You know, you guys know I love to like share my love for like physical media, but my love of art and the fact that they give you a way to share this with a friend and they require you to share this piece of artwork with a friend is just, to me, it's great because that means that I'm going to get an experience shared with someone. Now, that experience is probably going to be pretty freaking huge, or the graphics on this are amazing, because look at this, man. Look, you guys, we need a whole 85 gigabytes of SSD space to play this. Now, the cool thing about this is I do believe that this game is completely on the disc, because PlayStation 5 discs are Ultra 4K Blu-ray discs, so they can hold up to 100 gigabytes, because PS5 actually utilizes 100 gigabyte 4K discs. So that's pretty cool. I think most of the game is on here, and there may just be like network updates that you would need if you want to network it with your friend, because I'm sure they do little patches to make sure that like the networking and stuff still works well. But I think this game is completely playable just right out of the box, as long as you're playing split screen with somebody with 2 controllers. But that's gonna do it here for our pickup today, guys. This is what we got. We have a PS4 game that we're going to upgrade to a PS5. We have a 3D Blu-ray of a movie based on a PlayStation 4 game. There is a game called Ratchet and Clank that the storyline follows this movie to a T. To a T. It's just about point for point exactly the same. And then we got, our PS5 game, Split Fiction. So, that's a nice little haul here today. I'm pretty excited for this haul per se. There's some really neat things in here that I'm excited to finally check out. Like I said, I've dabbled with this a little bit. I have seen this, just not in 3D, so I'm very excited, as you guys know, very excited to check out my favorite films in 3D and new films that I've never seen in 3D. I'm just a big 3D Blu-ray nut. And Split Fiction, just something that I'm really excited to play with my wife. There's not a lot of games they release that are split screen in general, so having one that's required. That's a very great video game haul, or very video game related haul for me this week. Very excited to check them out. Thank you guys for sitting here and watching it and checking them out with me. Like always, I really do appreciate it. I want to thank my members real quick. Thank you guys so very much for just going above and beyond a little bit and showing your support for me. I do appreciate it. And like always, guys, that is not the main thing that I strive for when doing these videos. What I strive for is for you guys to watch these and to comment down below, start a conversation, so that way I get to talk about the things that I love, because that's why I do this. And make sure you hit that like button while you're down there, and the little bell notification, and subscribe if you haven't already. Share this with your friends. We like to talk about the importance of owning our art and tangibly being able to enjoy it. Like always, guys, just remember, no matter the format, no matter the art, just keep it physical.